Scott Morrison has used his first meeting with Donald Trump to explain why he's the Australian Prime Minister after the US President asked what became of Malcolm Turnbull. They met at the start of the G20 summit in Argentina, where world leaders are anxiously working to ease trade tension across the globe. National Affairs correspondent Greg Jennett is covering the talks from the capital, Buenos Aires.
Positions everything for a family photo, a newcomer alongside an old hand, and rarely any hint of rivalry among siblings. But in free form, leaders choose their own company carefully. Scott Morrison sought out a trading partner in Xi Jinping and then onto his US ally too. And his Russian acquaintance? He went for spirited Moscow man-bonding with the Saudi crown prince accused of sanctioning murder. With the leaders of the 20 largest economies at work, trade's been a natural preoccupation. Their worry is that at least one of their numbers unsettling it. So, as if to confound his critics, Donald Trump's day had begun clinching the second version of America's free trade deal with Canada and Mexico, before moving on to his first formal talks with the second Australian Prime Minister of his presidency.
We've just gotten to know each other, and so far so good, I have to tell you. I think it's going to be a great relationship.
They spoke for 20 minutes. The President informed a little of Scott Morrison's agenda.
We've done a lot of the things that they've wanted over there. That's why you're sitting right here. But
not enough to ask, once the cameras had left, exactly what happened to Malcolm Turnbull.
Oh, well, they have their inquiries.
So did the President ask what happened to Malcolm Turnbull?
Oh, well, we just ran through what the events were, yeah.
Throughout his meetings at the summit, the Prime Ministers told anyone who'd listen he's on the side of open trade with modernised rules.
This is the place where the importance of resolving these things needs to be agreed.
A blunt warning to the globe's economic power elite not to leave Argentina unless they agree.
The trade tensions are not good for the global economy. We all know that.
Agreement's one thing Mr Morrison was able to reach on stalled talks over Australia's next fleet of submarines. He and the French President will take matters into their own hands to get a deal signed soon. For all their talk on trade, 18 of the G20's leaders won't be at the table for the most important negotiation to happen here. That's down to Donald Trump and Xi Jinping, who together must decide between a further round of tit-for-tat trade protections and a retreat from global trade war.